Okay, so what I would ask you to do now is just think about all of the successes that you've had in your life. Okay, so maybe after the video, go away, think about your top 5 or 10 successes that you've had. I think too often in life we sort of forget of what we've done, what we've achieved. We seem to be sort of faced with the current problem, obsessing over the current problem. We forget about where we've come and how far we've come, what we've achieved and what we've learned. And I think that's really important when you're facing new challenges, maybe something new that you want to learn or that you're trying to learn. So a great example of something that we've learned in the past that we just completely take for granted is learning to drive. Think about the first time you drove down a busy street. Maybe you'd had 1 lesson, maybe 2 lessons, maybe 3, and you drove down a busy street for the first time. I can still remember, it was near where my mum and dad still live, in Wallington, if you know where that is. Sort of driving down the roads and you see people walking down. Are they going to walk into the road? Car doors parked, people going to get out of the car, are they going to step in? And it was absolutely frightening. And it was sort of like my senses were overload, and I felt I was, just overwhelming. It was just incredible at the time. And I think we've all experienced that feeling. You then keep practicing, you have more lessons, you practice, you learn how to drive, you pass your test, you go out on the road. All of that becomes automatic, it becomes automated. We do it without thinking. So I was recently watching a presentation and the students were presenting about something they'd learned. And this student talked about learning to drive. And she talked about when she first started to do it, it just seemed really, really hard, really, really difficult. And as she practiced and then went through the different stages, learning to drive, learning to park, learning to reverse, driving at night, driving on a motorway, and finally passing her whole test, she said the confidence that it gave her was incredible. She suddenly felt a lot more confident. She felt quite proud of herself. I think maybe another thing is with learning to drive, it's something that, we're always in the car as a child. We see maybe our mum, our dad driving. It's something that adults do. And suddenly the fact that maybe we pass, we're able to drive, makes us feel confident. But remember the process that you've gone through. So when you kind of come into something new, whether you start a new job, you have a change of job, maybe a new hobby that you want to do, there'll be steps that you go through when it is really, really difficult. Think back to learning to drive. And learning to drive, as I say, when we first start, it's overwhelming. It just seems to be really hard, really difficult. Trying to indicate, maybe changing gear if you're doing that, going around a corner, not hitting the curb, not going over to the wrong side of the road. All of that seems really, really hard, almost impossible. We keep practicing, we learn it, we do it, we learn to drive, and then we just take it for granted after that. So when you're faced with a new challenge, think back to learning to drive. Think about how difficult it was. Think about the fact that you could do it. You've done it, you've passed your test, and you're driving everywhere now. Remember to subscribe, like the video, subscribe to YouTube. Have a great day and play on 10. Bye bye now.